Welcome to episode 5 of Marvel Millennium, where I am covering every Marvel game that came out between 2000 and 2009. Starting from 2000, will I go past 2009? We'll see. You can see this next one is X-Men Mutant Wars for Game Boy Color. I technically got my ordering a little bit wrong. This should have been the 4th game, and Blade should have been 5. So I swapped those around. Whoops. Just swap this with Blade in the order in your head. Now, this came out in November 10, on November 10th, 2000. So this and Blade actually was the last game of 2000. Blade came out November 21st, so 11 days later. This one was not directly based on any of the movies, but it was released to coincide with the release of the first X-Men movie on DVD. The movie had already been out in theaters at this point. This is a side-scrolling beat-em-up on Game Boy Color, so it's going to be 2D. As far as ratings go, pretty mid response. Looks like 49.5 on Game Rankings, and that it was compared favorably to X-Men Mutant Academy, which I already covered, but specifically the Game Boy Color version of that, which I did not play. I only played the PlayStation version. But this one, Mutant Wars, has been criticized for frustrating controls and long boss battles. But the soundtrack was praised, so that's good. So we will see what this looks like. I'm guessing from the reviews it's not going to be fantastic, but here's hoping it's not too bad. This will be, actually, this will be the first handheld game that I am covering. Everything else has been for PlayStation or PlayStation 2 so far. And I've mentioned this before, talked about this before, how in general 2D art holds up a lot better than 3D art of a similar era. I guess that's still kind of speaking kind of broadly. I mean, in video games and in animation, I guess I should say. Cartoons from 50 years ago still hold up a lot better than the early 3D attempts from 25 years ago. So I'm hoping, this being a 2D game on Game Boy, that'll hold up decently. I would say Game Boy Advance, the next handheld generation after this, has held up a lot more over the years. Just took it that little bit extra over the bump. Well, let's go ahead and get started and see what X-Men Mutant Wars is like. Okay, it should be showing up. There we go. Born as normal humans, a small percentage of teens learn as they come of age that they have special powers that make them different from their peers. They hide from a society that fears and persecutes their kind. A small group of these mutants, trained by Professor Charles Xavier, fight evil in the hope that someday mutants and humans can live together in peace. They are the X-Men. Wolverine, real name Logan, height 5'3", weight 300 pounds. Real Cyclops, real name Scott Summers, height 6'3", weight 195. Storm, real name Aurora Monroe, height 5'11", weight 127. Gambit, real name Remy LeBeau, height 6'1", weight 175. Iceman, real name Bobby Drake, height 5'8", weight 145. Professor Xavier, occupation X-Men leader, height 6 foot, weight 190. Professor X's longtime rival Magneto once believed that man and mutant could live in peace, but now he feels that mutants must rise against their oppressors and strike them down. The age of the genetically obsolete human is past. The future belongs to mutants, and only to mutants. Their opposing views bring them into constant conflict, but as yet there has been no clear victor. When they last clashed, they fought to a draw. Magneto left the fight, saying that while he could easily crush Xavier's sorry team, he had more pressing issues to attend to. And as annoying as they were, crushing the X-Men at this point was not worth his valuable time. We haven't seen him since. Alright, so we got story mode, fight mode, and password. Password, I believe, is just a way of skipping to specific levels within the game. Don't know if that means this game won't save on its own. I do have the ability to save states. That'll make things a little bit easier. Let me just see, just checking the controls for that. Okay, yeah, that won't be a problem. Alright, so I'm going to start story mode. Our Cerebro computer has detected cyborgs rampaging through Canada, says Professor X. Afraid to try to skip it in case it'll skip the whole scene, but it's not moving, so... They have the same energy signature as Magneto's robots. Find them before they hurt any more innocent humans. Okay. So... not the smoothest controls so far. I'm fighting as Wolverine. I have to jump into the air to get health items. A jump kick is one of my best moves right now because it keeps me out of the way and attacks pretty quickly. I'm fighting what look like just a bunch of... look like agents of Hydra, like got that green, yellow suit. Yeah, it's just kind of like waves of drones and maybe Hydra agents. Not much to look at here. Oh, okay, so I can go down a different path if I see it. Aha, now I can also play as Cyclops. But he is dying real fast, honestly. Oh, I found a red gem. Okay. Cyclops is down. Wolverine's back. Huh. Wolverine can do a backflip. Figured that out. Whatever these drone things are that are shooting at me are quite an annoyance. They're hard to dodge. You know, hard to dodge intentionally. I'm dodging plenty of their hits just by moving around and getting lucky. Not really a whole lot of instruction in terms of what I'm supposed to be doing. I can run, but I don't really have a... there's no runway here. There's too many enemies. There we go. I can do a lunging knee when I sprint and attack. Guess these are just different branching paths. A red key of some sort. So, as expected, it's not great. It's not a great game. I believe I'm supposed to be able to play as all the characters that were introduced at the beginning, aside from Professor X. Well, if it ain't Sabretooth, I thought I smelled a moron. Laugh while you can, Runt. You'll be quiet as the grave when I get my claws on you. Working for Magneto now. Every time I think you hit rock bottom, you sink lower. I don't know what. Look, these voices are not consistent for me. I ain't working for Magneto. I'm still working with. Hey, why tell you when I can gut you? Okay. Oh, just barely beat him. Oh, and he disappears and gives me a star. Okay, ugly, talk. What are you doing with Magneto's robots? You won't know nothing till it's too late. Ooh. Okay. And I get the password, so it's... Yeah, I think it's not even going to save. It's just... Make sure you write down the password. This was a save system that a good number of games had back in the day, where, yeah, I mean, it wasn't a save system. It was, there is a password for each level. When you get to that level, it'll tell you what it is, and you can also look it up elsewhere in a strategy guide or on the internet now, but, yeah, it was just kind of an honor system, essentially. Only use the password if you have gotten that far in the game. And that was how to save it. There's nothing that carries over that you need to like remember for your character. Which I picked up some items there, so I don't know what those are gonna mean. I guess maybe they were just extra points. Unclear. Cerebro has detected the cyborgs' hidden base in a nearby graveyard, says Professor X. Stop them, my X-Men. Okay, so... Okay, not a great start. Can I switch again? Okay, so I can be Cyclops again now that I'm in the second level. It's only letting me switch between Wolverine and Cyclops. And it's going much worse this time. So I saw one of those paths that I could presumably walk down. Never really told me why. Like, I got a key. Keys are usually important in games. No indication of how. Okay, so I can play as the other characters. I don't know how. Pressing select is what got me to switch between Wolverine and Cyclops. And Storm didn't show up until I died as both of them. Whereas pressing select now just does nothing. Start pauses. Gambit comes out. These guys are doing a lot of damage. And this is level 2 of... I'm not sure how many, but... more than 2, I would assume. Yeah, like, I always wonder this with games from this era of, like, is there going to be a challenging gameplay, or is there going to be, we wanted you to rent this 20 times before you could beat it gameplay? Who the heck are you? I am Warax, and you will be my first casualty. Now, Wolverine is talking here again, so will I get to play as him again? Not sure. Yeah, right. Hand over Magneto's robots and I'll only hurt you a little. Arrogant mutant, you will fall like wheat before the scythe. Back to Iceman. And my ranged attacks are almost not doing anything. Was there... No, no one's left, so... Mission failed. I'd heard you'd gone soft, Runt. Looks like your friends are soft too. Okay, yeah, and then it just starts over. So... Whew, this is, not great. Let me see, I had the passwords pulled up because I thought I'm gonna want to know some of these cheats. I'm gonna try... Oh, is that... Interesting. If that's the password they gave me... Yeah, it does take me there. Then that's not what I get when I looked up passwords for the different levels. So now I'm curious how much of that is unique to a playthrough versus just a universal code. Either way, if this run goes the same as the last one did, I am probably going to be skipping ahead. Like, they're doing like we're on level 2. I can't sprint for some reason. There we go. I'm on level 2, and the enemies are doing like a third of my health per hit. Some of them at least. These new humanoid characters take 2 hits to kill, which is time-consuming. They jump, so they are hard to hit. Like, even touching them hurts me. I can just get a key from a random character. I don't have to actually go down the alternate path. Whether or not it lets me run is not consistent. There we go. I don't know if that's the game or the emulator, honestly, so... But like, double tapping forward seems to be the way to go. But sometimes none of my buttons are working. I don't know if my controller is having issues, if it's the emulator, if it's the game, what's going on. I was hoping I could get to the fight without losing, Okay, so like, he's immune to ranged attacks and can hit me whether I'm in the air or whether I'm trying to jump over his weapon. Like, this is... I can't duck. I can't block, I don't think. Best I can do is spam ranged attacks, and that still is not enough. Okay, that is... Yeah, this is not a... I don't think this is a game they want you to be able to do well in. you know, sure, it could just be that I'm bad at this. I'm not gonna say I'm an immediate expert at this game who, if I can't beat it, it's rigged against me. That's not quite what I mean. Some games from the 90s. What the hell? I'm further. Oh, that's no. There is no O in this. Interesting. I wonder if anyone's ever noticed that. There's no A either. Is that because it's R? I don't know. You can do 0 through 9 and an exclamation point for the code. But some letters are missing. There's no A, B, C, D, E, no E, F, G, H, no I, J, K, L, M, N, O. So no vowels. Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay, yeah, no vowels. I don't know why that is the case. K, N, G, C, H, W, B. So this is very close to the password I see for level 2. I just want to see if this will work. Yeah. So multiple passwords work, which might mean only some of those characters actually correspond to the level, and the others have something to do with, like, progress or something. Could also just be that the other parts of the password mean nothing. Hard to say. But it's not really gotten any easier to fight in the game. Guys coming in off screen can get you pretty quickly, so that's not even safe staying away from who you can see. Yeah, so like it's like every other. Oh, so the Cyclops blasts are working better than anything else. There you go. I was able to beat him, I think. Do I have to go back? Okay, gotta go back, I guess. Now there's just zombies. This is just very silly in terms of difficulty level. Like, just you can be juggled by these random drones, their shots. Honestly, it's like Wolverine doesn't have ranged attacks. Everyone else does, it seems. Like, just has a I throw something straight forward attack. Oh, so I can't go through that. I was gonna say, it seems like the best strategy might be to just, you know, throw a ranged attack forward, move forward a little bit, throw a ranged attack forward, etc., so that you're hitting anything that is coming from off screen. Because, I mean, I don't know how far my attacks actually go. Clearly it's not just sweeping the level, the path, because stuff still comes through. Still hits me. But there is some amount of interaction with what's off screen, so there's got to be some distance before they're drawn in. Yeah, if I die again, I'm definitely using whatever the password is for level 3, despite not having officially gotten it yet. I don't know why it won't let me through, though. Where else am I supposed to go? I got the key, right? Or was that before I reset? seems like basically there's Wolverine and then everyone else has essentially the same moveset. Also, I can speed things up like that, but usually not very helpful in a game like this when reaction time is a factor at all. Yeah, I can't imagine this is any more fun to watch than it is to play. Literally no idea where to go. Kind of reminds me of like a worse version of Altered Beast, which must have come out a decade earlier than this. Yeah, no. Let's see what level 3 looks like. I will go through all the levels. I want to see what it all looks like. But if that's how level 2 was, I'm wondering if I can even... Oops. Accidentally just started. Is there not a way to... There's not even really a pause menu. You can pause it. Just speeding up so fast it lets them kill me really quickly. Oh my god, okay. I need to... Come on. Sorry for the awful sound if you can hear that. Okay. Level 3. 0, because there are no O's. No vowels. N, G, 6, H, X, Q. Oh, spooky. But, oh, and some vertical movement, too. And grenades, so a lot of additions here. Ooh, is that a hole that I can fall in and die, or one that leads to somewhere else? I don't trust it, so I'm gonna try not to fall in it. There's a ladder, though. Can I get up there? Oh, yes. Yeah, this is not a control scheme or a game that's made for, like, precise platforming. That kick does help a little bit, honestly. Helps me get some forward movement. But, yeah, especially with someone attacking, it is not very platforming friendly. Avoid that ladder and just keep going straight. Oh. Especially when I can't consistently run, the larger gaps are frightening. The specter of pestilence will shrivel your bones. Not likely, bub. My bones are fortified with calcium and adamantium, strongest substance in the world. Ah, the specter of pestilence will grind you to jelly. Bring it on, pest. Quit flapping your blue gums and show me what you got. Who even is this? Just Spectre. Okay, I'm... Oh, not familiar with Spectre. And of course, incapable of hurting Spectre. There we go. Once again, Cyclops just spamming his eye blasts. Most effective thing I can do, apparently. And once again, will not let me pass. I'm not a fan of that. Can I switch? Can I pick a different character? I don't know why it won't let me, because... Oh. Aha. Pressing a direction while hitting select switches what character it is. When I was just pressing select with no button, with no direction press, that's when it just swapped between Cyclops and Wolverine and didn't change anything. Okay, so at least it's possible to play as the other characters now. Sure seems like they're jumping to their deaths. So is it just get the key and be in the boss area, do you think? Okay, so don't fall down there, but it doesn't kill you, it just makes you bounce. Interesting. Which I guess is kind of similar to how Mario does it. Okay, and it sends the next person down there too. That's cool. These things, not a fan. Did forget you could double jump, so that could have been better. Okay, yeah, I guess you just have to have the key. Another robot bites the dust. A blue-skinned robot, no less. Looks like we got the bum, eh, Iceman? No, the one I saw had darker blue skin than this. Great, so there's more of them. Got any more bad news? Good news, actually. Storm found a secret door to an underground fortress and picked the lock. We're going in. Okay, so I'm guessing I missed a cutscene after level 1. Because I didn't have the key and so I couldn't get through, I guess. And that's why I quit, right? This was 2 minutes ago. You remember, right? Alright. New password. New area. Seems like maybe... I'm gonna say it. Like, so far I'm having the best luck with Cyclops for the boss fights, but Wolverine for the actual platforming, because he gets that kick. Everyone else just has some sort of ranged weapon, but they all function essentially the same. I can't... Storm's is the most obviously different because it's bigger, but I don't actually know if it's got like a bigger hitbox, or if it's just visually different and has the same likelihood as hitting anyone. Oh, so the reason I'm not using Wolverine, despite this being a platforming section, is that I'm saving him, basically. Getting as far as I can with the other three first, Iceman, Gambit, and Storm, so that if I, if the heat is on, I don't have any characters left, and I need to do a platforming thing, want to have Wolverine. And keeping Cyclops for the boss fight for the same reason. You have entered the lair of the Shadow of Death. You will not leave alive. Bub, I know death. Seen him in my mirror. And let me tell you something. You ain't even a shadow of the Shadow of Death. Silence. Now the Shadow of Death falls on you. Have it your way, Half-Pint. Let's see if death can die. Okay, well. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have trouble... if it's not even going to be on my level. And, yeah, I don't think the regular attacks are going to hit if it is on my level. It's too short. dodge some stuff if I'm lucky. That's actually working not too bad. Okay, well, Storm's attacks can hit it when it's on the ground, so I guess she does have a different hitbox than Gambit, at least. Seems like it doesn't always do damage, though. Sometimes just knocks him out of the sky. I don't know. I don't remember getting a key. Which would seem to indicate that maybe one of the enemies has it. Oh, I just saw it. So, again, maybe? Huh? Okay. I have seen a couple keys. Oh, I thought she was dead. I've seen a couple keys now. There we go. Looks like old Death kicked the bucket. Now let's kick old Buckethead. You mean Magneto? There is no sign of him anywhere in the space. What a coward. Sent in cyborg goons and robots to do his dirty work. Professor X has asked us to return to the X-Mansion. Guess we're going back to the mansion then. Sure. You have done well against Magneto's robots, but more cyborgs are on the move. We have tracked them to New York City, near the train yards, but we are detecting a very powerful energy source as well. Be careful, my X-Men. So well, I was going to say, some of the humanoid enemies are weaker this time around than last time. So yeah, each level just has some branching paths that can include a heart to give you some more health, which I'm already at full health, so didn't need. I'm not entirely sure what those diamonds are that I've gotten. Maybe they're just more points at the end of the level. Which, I haven't paid attention to my score in any of these levels. It's, they don't make it very enticing to, like, care about it. It's, haven't seen a high score leaderboard. It doesn't seem like it's going to keep track of my score. As soon as the level's done, it's like it's just going to forget. I do appreciate it when the key is in one of these paths and not just on a random enemy that I have to fight, which, well, there it is. These cyborg goons were shipping a sentinel, a mutant-killing sentinel. I'll rip that robot to shreds. Wolverine, be careful. His blasts are deadly. He's got to hit me first. Avoid his hands. Only his face is vulnerable to attack. Then I'll be sure to give him a real close shave. Oh. Classic boss type. Giant face, giant hands that are separate from it. This time the face is reacting not at all to anything happening. And since I've got 5 X-Men, oh, so the fist can do quite a lot of damage. I am getting juggled here again. Might actually not survive this because it is hurting me more often than I am able to hurt it. There we go. They don't make mutant-hating robots like they used to. The cyborgs were loading the Sentinel onto that train. Yeah, what do you say we bum a ride and see where they're going? Where they were going. Let's go. I guess I have to go up. Some kind of like rat gremlin. Well, they've got good form. But, seems like fighting them is just gonna take a lot of time. And there's the key, nice and early. Also unclear on what XP means in terms of the bar on the top left, because it kind of seems like it's a mana gauge for my ranged attacks, but like it seems like they're being used less frequently when it's low like that. Just trying to get through to the boss. Two Wolverines? How can that be? One must be a shapeshifter. Could it be Mystique? Mystique! That would explain the blue-skinned mutant that Iceman saw. We cannot tell which is Wolverine and which is the imposter. This is one battle Wolverine must fight alone. Well, alright. Thankfully, Mystique is not much of a fighter. Okay, well, see, now that it's Sabretooth, it feels like they should be able to pop in. Which I guess I haven't tested if they can't. There we go. Do your thing, Cyclops. Just keep going, because someone else is coming, I'm sure. Nope. Just that. Okay. Was it Sabretooth, or was it supposed to be Mystique pretending to be Sabretooth? I'm unclear. Old Sabretooth should have stayed beat the first time. Guess he's too dumb to learn. Mystique escaped while you fought Sabretooth, but we found her briefcase. She's disguised herself as a U.S. agent. Now, is that an agent for the U.S. or the character U.S. agent? Can you tell where she's gone? Possibly. She's been working out of an office in the White House. We should go to Washington, D.C. Am I gonna get to fight the president? I've lost track of what number. It's just Secret Service, yeah, okay. Is that doing anything? Am I just not allowed to attack them because they're people and we're supposed to not kill people? Because it's going to be difficult then to get past them. Still got these same drones though. If I'm not mistaken, one of the things the game was praised for was its soundtrack, and it's not doing it for me. I got a star, which does nothing that I can tell. Oh boy. I guess I can just do this. Is this supposed to be a stealth mission now? Well, well, my old pal Magneto, you running for president now? My actions are my own concern. When your cyborgs and robots attack people, your actions are the X-Men's concern. You were deluded, but I have no time to educate you. 1 second. Okay. Oh, can Magneto block attacks? And also He did some damage to me somehow, but cannot see from what. I don't know if his attacks are invisible or not being rendered correctly. Come on, Cyclops. Good old Cyclops. Okay. Well, this isn't great. Gotta say. Okay. There we go. Did that do it? Just barely. Talk, Magneto. Why are you making killer robots and cyborgs? The robots were made with equipment Mystique stole from me. They were made to be the new horsemen of Apocalypse. Apocalypse? The location of Apocalypse's hidden base is in Mystique's office. You can waste time fighting me, or you can stop him from making more robots. I got no choice. We gotta stop Apocalypse first, but you and me will finish this one day. Be careful as you approach Apocalypse's base, X-Men. He is extremely dangerous, as are his helpers. All right. Might need to go in this door. No. Okay. Unclear. I was hoping maybe I could just sprint across the top like in Mario, but no such luck. This is Apocalypse's base, so where's Apocalypse? Don't know, mon ami, but I don't like the looks of these machines. Look out! Oh. Okay. Well, this sucks. Is any of that doing damage? No? I don't know if I can beat this. This is extremely unfair. It is juggling me. I don't seem to be able to do much damage at all. There we go, finally did it some. So it seems to be this far right nodule thing that I need to attack, but it is... When you get hit by something here, it just... Okay, so I can destroy them to There we go. To stop them from shooting at me. Oof. So much for Apocalypse's defenses. We're never gonna get another chance like this. Let's go get Apocalypse now. So, bullseye Gambit, if I may say so. Is this it? Could this be the end of the game? I don't know. I do know good old Remy is not... It's not for this world. Too pure a soul. Ah, I thought I could go once it started to explode. These side branches are a decent place to kind of just grind to get some health back. Okay, but I'm out of experience, so I can't shoot as often. That does seem to be some sort of pattern here. So I don't know what they thought experience means in terms of games, because it's not that. Just gotta find the key and then sprint back. That's basically how I'm playing it. Still just, yeah, using Gambit, Storm, and Iceman to kind of tank as much damage as I can. Save Cyclops for the boss fight. Your cyborgs are history, your shiny new tin can horsemen are history, and now, your history. History, yes. I am history, the eternal history of mutant kind, and you are no more. Oh my god, he can teleport and shoot fireballs. Those are some big fireballs. And they home in on me even after they've been launched. Oh, so that's... Do not get to do damage to him right away. Or at all. No. There we go, okay. I was gonna say... Oh boy. You know, rule of threes. Some boss fights are like that, where it's like, they do an attack on you that you have to dodge. You cannot hit them yet. You just have to keep dodging that attack, and it'll happen, you know, 3 times like that. Like, here's a second time. And then you can do an attack. This... I feel like I'm getting lucky here. Okay, so touching him's not great. If I'm not running, I'm not dodging that. Ugh. Just gotta run in any direction to dodge those. Come on. Come on. And once again, running is not consistent. Alright, well. Insolent worms, did you think your puny efforts could possibly hinder the juggernaut of fate that is Apocalypse? Okay, so I think that might have been the last level, so I'm going to put in the last code, and if it takes me somewhere else, well, I might spoil it a bit, but I think we can live with that. F7. A lot of these are actually very similar to each other. A3L. Yep, so this is the last level, it would seem. If I can get past these little rat goblins again. That didn't seem very fair in my opinion. Now they've got very good axes that are more troublesome than the grenades by far. That was a waste of the heart I did have. Alright. Move. Yada 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 yada. If one of these gets me, everyone after it is pretty much guaranteed to get me. Yeah, there's no recovery time, so you can't dodge anymore after the first one if that hits you. Even gets the character swapping in. Not enough time to attack either. Like if you get hit by the last one, you miss your chance to attack Apocalypse afterwards. And running just doesn't always work. Yeah. Ugh. Accidentally started from the beginning, and we don't want that. Password is no longer in that I wanted. K P F 7 J 3 L. I just figure if I can go in with as much health as possible, stand a better chance. Problem is, some of these guys with their axes gonna risk sending me backwards. Plus I'm running out of experience. I think that's full health. Okay. He was waiting for me. You can't just run past them, you have to jump over them. Which means you probably end up dead because you're trying to get past an attacking enemy without doing any damage yourself. Ugh. Can't aim up if you're standing in front of a door because it's the same way that you would go through the door. Alright. They can spin around and kick me faster than I can get past them. Yada yada. Come on. Come on. Won't even spin around. That's something. I feel like it's total luck when I dodge the that thing where he does the 5 shots from above. No. You know, I can see what they mean about too hard boss fights. I also am not a fan of the difficulty of the boss fights. Yeah, that's, I'm gonna have to call it quits. But what I will do is try to find the ending on YouTube if it exists. But it's possible that I'm the only person who has ever played this game. Now, I do see couple things. Some of it's split up into levels, and I do not see the last level, but I do see one long play that hopefully includes the whole thing. Looks like it just might. Yes. So we're going to see what the apocalypse fight is supposed to look like. Let me set this up. Okay. We can just watch it this way real quick. This person's playing a little more cautiously, just walking and attacking as needed. And they got there with full health, so, you know, good on them. Go through the Apocalypse cutscene again now. Using Wolverine to attack right away makes sense. Showing how you have to run from those fireballs. I definitely was relying on ranged attacks like from Cyclops. Seems like melee might have been a better way to go. Also of note that this player has not gotten hit a single time in this fight. Which, I will say more than the other boss fights, this is one where it's like, you know, either you dodged or you don't. But yeah, that's Apocalypse. Hey, he's not the real Apocalypse. He's one of Apocalypse's stinking cyborgs. Don't matter none. We can still destroy Apocalypse's fortress right good. Congratulations. And a picture of Wolverine's butt. It looks like the false Apocalypse met his own personal apocalypse. We know the Apocalypse clone paid Mystique and Sabretooth to steal Magneto's technology, but we do not know why. Nonetheless, the threat has passed. You have done well, my X-Men. You have done well indeed. The real Apocalypse wishes to thank you, X-Men. The Apocalypse you destroyed was a cyborg clone that turned against me. The clone took over one of my most important fortresses to build robots and more cyborgs. He then stole technology from Magneto to further his pursuits. And now you have saved me the trouble of stopping him. But you should not have destroyed my fortress. I do not forgive that. The next time we meet will be the last. Count on it, bub. Published by Activision. Executive producer Mika Hayashi. Okay, well. That is X-Men Mutant Wars. Took a little over an hour, with some of that being just set up at the start. So that's like an hour to beat that game. Would I recommend it? No, not any more than any of the other games I've played so far, and less than some of them. Is it the worst one? I would say maybe it ranks above Mutant Academy, which I think just was not very good. Bad 3D models, and not very fun gameplay. What else? Spider-Man and Blade. No, this was still not as good as those, and those still weren't very good. X-Men or Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is still the best of the ones I've played so far. But this was not especially good. But pretty quick run this time. The shortest game so far, I think, if we're not counting the other fighting games, which I think I spent a little more time on, honestly. But yeah, X-Men Mutant Wars. That's the 5th game down. Coming up next, number 6, will be another X-Men game on the Game Boy Color, which is actually, let me see, a direct sequel to this one. Okay, so it's going to be probably a lot the same. Normally, if I had gotten the order right to begin with, Blade would have been between them, because I would have done Mutant Wars before that. I'd be doing Blade now. But instead, I just get these two games back to back. Just looking at a quick synopsis of the next one, just to see kind of what it'll be. Seems like the gameplay will be different to some degree, but I'm guessing not that different. But tune in next time if you want to see that. After this one, wouldn't blame you if you didn't.